Skol Vikings, you absolute legends. What a day to be a Minnesota Vikings fan. Am I right? Picture this. A sold-out Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, purple and gold flags waving under London's grey skies, and our boys pulling off a heart-stopping 21-17 win against the Cleveland Browns. Today, we're diving into the wild ride of this international showdown, breaking down every jaw-dropping moment, from a rookie QB's bold debut to a last-second touchdown that had us screaming. So, grab your horns, hit that like button, and let's relive this epic Vikings victory. Skol style. Why does this game matter? Because our Vikings just kept their perfect 5-0 London record intact, moving to 3-2 on the season, and showed the NFL world we're a force to be reckoned with. The Browns brought their A game with a rookie quarterback slinging passes, but it was our clutch plays and never-say-die spirit that stole the show. Stick with me for 15 scenes of pure Vikings magic. Trust me, you won't want to miss a second of this. What's your favorite moment from this game? Drop it in the comments below, and let's get this Vikings party started. Ready for the breakdown? Let's roll. The stage was set in London, and Vikings fans were loud at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, turning it into a purple sea. The Browns, coming off a rough 1-4 start, threw their rookie quarterback, let's call him Dillon Gabriel for the story, into the fire for his first NFL start. Facing our Vikings defense, led by Brian Flores' blitz-happy schemes, that kid had to be feeling the heat. Gabriel's first drive was shaky, handing off to running back Nick Chubb to calm the nerves, but it ended in a quick 4-and-out. Vikings fans, were you hyped seeing our defense swarm like that? Meanwhile, our offense, quarterbacked by Sam Darnold, was looking to bounce back after a tough loss last week. But early on, it wasn't all smooth sailing. A fumble by Aaron Jones near midfield gave the Browns a golden opportunity. Come on, Aaron, we know you're better than that. What do you think? Nerves or just bad luck? Let's see how the Browns capitalized. The Browns didn't waste time, turning that fumble into an 8-play drive that had us holding our breath. Gabriel, showing poise beyond his years, connected with rookie receiver for a touchdown. His first in the NFL. That 7-0 score stung, but it woke up our Vikings offense. Darnold responded like a true Viking, mixing short passes to Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson before unleashing a bold play. On the 11th play of the drive, Aaron Jones redeemed himself, tossing a 32-yard strike to Josh Oliver to tie it at 7-7 with 2:30 left in the first. Skol Nation, were you screaming when that ball hit Oliver's hands? The energy was electric, but the Browns weren't done. They thought they had a 56-yard touchdown run from Chubb, but, hold up, 2 offensive holding penalties wiped it out. Vikings fans, how clutch was our defense there? Tell me in the comments. The second quarter turned into a defensive slugfest, with both teams locking down the field like gladiators. The Browns' Myles Garrett was a menace, stuffing our run game, while our own Danielle Hunter was all over Gabriel, forcing hurried throws. It was like watching 2 heavyweight champs trading blows. Gabriel did manage a slick 8-yard scramble on 3rd and 10, showing he's got wheels. Vikings fans, what's your take on facing these mobile rookie QBs? Tough or just another day for Flores defense? Drop your thoughts below. The quarter stayed quiet offensively until a controversial call. Coach Kevin O'Connell challenged a completed pass to Browns' Amari Cooper, and the replay showed Cooper bobbled it at our 49-yard line. Overturned. That's why we love you, KOC. Talk about a game changer. Just when we thought we'd catch a break, trouble hit. With 1 minute left in the half, Darnold took a hard hit and headed to the locker room with a shoulder tweak. Questionable to return. Vikings Nation, were you panicking like I was? Let's hear it in the comments. The Browns seized the moment, marching 20 plays down the field, eating clock like pros. Gabriel shone, firing a 17-yard dart to tight end David Njoku at our 9-yard line, setting up a 31-yard field goal to take a 10-7 lead at halftime. That drive was a masterclass. Respect to the rookie, but we're not here to lose. Halftime had us on edge, but the Vikings always come out swinging. What adjustments did you want KOC to make in the locker room? Let's talk strategy, Skol fans. Third quarter. Let's go. Darnold was back. Thank goodness. and he wasted no time, hitting Jefferson for a 21-yard gain to the Browns' 35. That connection is pure gold. Jefferson's got more yards this season, 450 through 5 games, than anyone expected. Who's the best WR in the NFL? You know my vote. The Vikings offense found its rhythm, mixing air and ground attacks. Aaron Jones broke free for a 14-yard run to the Browns' 6, then punched in a 3-yard touchdown 2 plays later. Boom, 14-10 Vikings with 11:11 left in the third. Skol chants were shaking London, but the Browns weren't fazed. Their 13-play, 69-yard drive chewed up 8 minutes, with Chubb's runs setting up play-action passes. Gabriel found Njoku again for a 9-yard touchdown, reclaiming a 17-14 lead. Vikings fans, how tense was that moment? Let's hear it. The Browns' defense stepped up, with Myles Garrett and Zadarius Smith making life tough. Garrett sacked Darnold at our 18, and then Smith got him on a 3rd and 17 at our 21, forcing a punt. Our O-line was feeling the pressure. Any ideas on how to counter Garrett's speed? Vikings fans, you know we don't back down. Despite the sacks, Darnold stayed cool, and our defense tightened up, forcing a Browns 3-and-out. That's the Vikings spirit. Resilient and ready to fight back. Heading into the fourth, the score was tight at 17-14. The game was slipping away, and we needed a spark. What play were you hoping for to turn the tide? Drop it in the comments, Skol Nation. The fourth quarter kicked off with another gut punch. Running back Ty Chandler fumbled, and the Browns' Isaiah McGuire scooped it up at their 45. To make matters worse, a roughness penalty on us gave them even better field position. Vikings fans, were you yelling at the screen like me? Darnold tried to rally, finding Jefferson for a 38-yard bomb to the Browns' 37 vintage JJ. But the drive stalled, and Will Richard's 51-yard field goal attempt sailed wide with 9:45 left. Come on, Will, we need those points. What's your take on our kicking game this season? The clock was ticking, and the Browns were playing keep away. Gabriel's quick passes kept our defense guessing. Vikings Nation, how were you holding up during this nail-biter? Let's hear your reactions. With 5 minutes left, the Vikings offense was struggling. Darnold went down again, sacked at our 18-yard line. The Browns' D was relentless, and our playbook seemed one step behind. Skol fans, what's the one play you'd call to shake things up? But our Vikings never quit. As the 2-minute warning hit, Darnold found Jefferson for a 27-yard gain to the Browns' 27, keeping the drive alive with 95 seconds left. That's clutch football. Darnold to Jefferson is unstoppable. The stadium was roaring, and the tension was unreal. Could we pull this off in London? Vikings fans, what were you feeling at that moment? Share it below. Here it comes, Skol Nation. The moment we've been waiting for. With 25 seconds left, Darnold scanned the field, dodged pressure, and fired a 12-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Addison in the end zone. Vikings take the lead, 21-17. The crowd went wild, and I'm pretty sure I lost my voice. The Browns had one last shot, chucking deep passes, but our defense, led by Jonathan Greenid, held strong. That's a perfect 5-0 in London. Baby. Vikings moved to 3-2, and we're back in the hunt. How epic was that finish? What's your favorite clutch Vikings moment of all time? Drop it in the comments, and let's keep this celebration going. Let's talk about that rookie Dillon Gabriel. The kid went 18 for 30, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns, and showed serious poise. Browns fans might be 1-4, but they've got a future star. Vikings fans, how do you rate Gabriel's debut against our defense? Our own Justin Jefferson was a beast, 8 catches, 115 yards, and that crucial 27-yard grab late. JJ's on pace for another 1,400-yard season. Is he the best in the game? Let me know what you think. This game showed our grit. From fumbles to sacks, we fought through it all. What's the one thing we need to clean up before the next game? Hit those comments. Skol Vikings, what a ride. This win proves we're a team that can battle through adversity. Kevin O'Connell's play calling, Darnold's toughness, and Jefferson's magic made this one for the history books. Who's your MVP of this game? Let's give a shout out to the London fans who brought the Skull chant across the pond. You made Tottenham feel like US Bank Stadium. Were you there? Or cheering from home? Share your game day vibe below. We're not done yet, Vikings Nation. Next week, we're back to keep this momentum going. What's your prediction for our next matchup? Let's hear it. Let's break it down. Our offense racked up 320 yards, with Darnold throwing for 210 and 2 scores. Aaron Jones added 85 yards on the ground, despite that early fumble. Vikings fans, are we seeing a balanced attack forming? The defense gave up 17 points but shut down the Browns when it mattered most. Brian Flores blitzes forced 3 punts and a missed field goal. What's the one defensive tweak you'd make for next week? This win feels like a turning point. At 3-2, we're right in the NFC North race. What's our ceiling this season? Playoffs, division title, or dare I say Super Bowl? Drop your hot takes. For the stats nerds out there, our third down conversion rate was 45%. A big step up from last week's 30%. But those 2 fumbles? Gotta clean that up. Skull Nation, what's the one stat that stood out to you? The Browns' Gabriel showed he can handle pressure, completing 60% of his passes under Flores blitzes. Respect to him, but our secondary with Stephon Gilmore locking down Cooper was the real hero. Who's your defensive standout? Let's keep this energy going. What's the one thing you want to see from our Vikings in the next game? Hit those comments and let's talk football. Vikings Nation, games like this remind us why we bleed purple. From a tied score at halftime to a game-winning touchdown, this was peak Vikings football. What's the one moment that had you jumping off the couch? Shout out to NFL Game Pass for letting us catch every play. UK and Ireland fans, they're offering 25% off right now, just £124.99 for the season. Perfect for watching our Vikings dominate. Have you grabbed yours yet? We're building something special this season. Drop your thoughts on where this team is headed, and let's keep the Skull spirit alive. Skull Vikings. That's a wrap on an unforgettable London thriller. We showed the world what Minnesota football is all about. Heart, hustle, and a never-quit attitude. If you love this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe for more Vikings news. Share this video with every Vikings fan you know, and let's flood the comments with Skull chants. What's your biggest takeaway from this game? Drop it below, and let's keep the purple pride roaring. Stay tuned for more Vikings updates, and let's keep pushing for that playoff spot. Skull Vikings, and see you next time.